All right. Hey, you guys, it's Taco Tuesday, and tonight we are talking about Realtor Baskets and Builder Baskets. And I'm super excited. I have Shauna Davis here, and she is amazing. She is what I would consider to be, she will say she's not, but I would consider to be the expert on this. And she has a lot of success with it. Plus, if you are not Facebook friends with her, if you do not know her, if you do not follow her in some way, you really should. I was telling her before, she has so much joy in her life. Like, I was telling her, I seek out her Facebook page because there's always happiness and joy there. Like, she's surprised. She bought a truck today, and it was a big surprise. And then it just, there's always something, but everything always has a fun, positive, happy spin. So you should stalk her is what I'm telling you, basically. Okay. Right.
Oh.
Amy agrees, right? Yeah, totally. All right. Shauna, I'm going to let you do an introduction of yourself, and I'm going to let you dive right in if you're good with that.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll spotlight you, and there we go. The floor is yours.
Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the call. First, I have to say, super honored to be asked by Karen to be here to share with you guys. When she reached out to me, a little starstruck, I was like, oh my gosh, of course, as she shakes her head. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to bore you too long with who I am, but I am Shauna Davis. I live in Florida. Absolutely love it here. We moved here about 9 years ago, and military family, and I have been doing Cincy for 12 years. When I first joined, I just joined just to get the products at a discount, and then all kinds of life and craziness, different moves being military has brought me to where I am right now. And one of the things that has helped me grow my business is what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. So touching into what I think is a super untouched market, and that is realtors and builders. So this is, if you're looking for a way to grow your network, then this is a great place to start. And the reason is right now, especially right now, the market is like hot. It is so hot. And if you have any realtor friends, then they are selling like crazy. And so with the realtor baskets and builder baskets, this is, you're not only expanding through the realtors that you come in contact with, but also with the people that they give the baskets to. And a lot of times these are new people in the area that are buying. So you're able to expand with them as well. And so when I say realtor and builder, a lot of people are like, builder, like, why do you call them builder baskets? Well, you have realtors that sell homes, but you also have builders who sell homes. So it's not just realtors, but I also have some builders that buy my baskets as well. So as a realtor or builder, they're super busy selling all the homes. It's a lot of paperwork. If you've ever bought a house, then you know this. It is absolutely crazy. And one of the last things that they're usually thinking about is how or what they're going to gift the person buying their home, the person that chose to do business with them. And that's where you come in as a consultant. So you can provide this service to them, a gift that they don't even have to think about. And you're getting info into not only their hands, but potentially all the other realtors and builders that work in their office, because nobody works as a realtor solo. Nobody works as a builder solo. And also you're expanding into those people's homes that, the baskets are being given to. So, and if you take care of them with these baskets, they're going to take care of you, you guys. So the biggest question is that I get asked all the time is, how do you get them? Like, who do you reach out to? How do you start the conversation? And really it starts with not overthinking it. So start with who you know. Start with the realtors that you know, or if you know any builders. If you don't, utilize your contact list, utilize social media. You can make a post and be like, hey, anybody on here a realtor, anybody good friends with a realtor, and let those comments and engagements take you to the next step. So what I did when I first started this, I actually saw, I think it was Stephanie Marlborough. She was doing realtor baskets. I think that's one of her big niches, is doing those. And so I was like, I'm going to start doing those. And so how I started is I just made a post on Facebook. That was one of the first things I did, asking, hey, who knows any realtors? And then I also knew a couple realtors, and I reached out to them. And I basically was just like, hey, I know that the market is super crazy right now. I see you selling all the houses. You're doing amazing. And I would love to take some of the stress away from you, and some of the time away, by helping you with closing gifts for your buyers. And I've attached a flyer to this message so that you can see images and examples of my baskets. Let me know if this is something that you'd like more info on. Easy peasy, right? And of course, you can change the word in to make it fit how you talk or what you want to say. And so that is how the first reach out went to the people that I knew. Even the people that I didn't know, I reached out and said, hey, such and such recommended me to you, or they tagged you on this post. This is what I have to offer. Let me know if you'd be interested. And then the next conversation, once they were interested and we talked about it, then I asked if I could take this a step further. And I actually learned this from one of my builder friends. She was like, you know, that if you just bring lunch into everybody, they'll listen to whatever you have to say, right? And I was like, wait, what? And so I set up a meeting at her office. She said, you can talk for 10-15 minutes while they're eating lunch. You just bring lunch in. I ordered pizza, very inexpensive. And I went in there. I didn't even talk 2 minutes, and had all of these orders for these realtor baskets. And it was super easy, super, super, super easy. So I did this for the first time a few months ago, actually, and it was a huge success. In that 2 minutes, I sold 14 baskets. And my basic basket is $75. I'll get to the baskets in a minute. I don't want to get off track here because I'm very squirrel and I will forget some things. So the 2 minutes, 14 baskets at $75 a pop. Okay. I'll do the math breakdown in a little bit, but it was just that simple. And I've continued to gain business from some of those this was the builder office. So from some of those builders, they've come back to me month after month, really week after week, to get baskets for people. And it's super, super easy. So what I said in the meeting was, I know basically what I told my friend when I first offered it to her. I know y'all are super busy selling all the homes, and I just want to help you with your closing gifts so that you have more time to focus on the process of, the process of your client buying the home, and I can even deliver for you. And then I had a basket, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So this is an example of one of my baskets. Can you guys, let me move I got my notes in front of me here. Okay. So this is an example of one of my baskets. Super, super simple to put together. So basically what this has in it, I do a basic $75. Usually if a realtor, they'll ask, well, how much are they? I tell them I do a base one for 75. This is an example, but if you want to spend more or less, I can adjust, because you want to be within their budget. But I have found that most realtors will do about 70. They spend between 75 and 150 on their people. I really haven't had anybody want to spend less than that. So I go high at the 75. I will typically, as you can see, put a $30 to $35 warmer in here. Funny story, somebody got a very good basket. Actually, a couple people did. When I did the letterboard, I forgot that thing was $50. And so they got all this stuff plus a $50 warmer. And I normally only put a $30 to $35 warmer in there. And then I put 2 bars. And then if you notice, I have the bars turned to where you can see the back of the bar. And I do this because I have my label on the front and it looks kind of tacky if you have it flipped around. So I try to keep all my labels hidden because everything in here is labeled, okay? If you're not labeling everything that leaves your hands, you should start. So I have them turned around like that. They're just more visually appealing to me. And then I will do a room spray, a hand soap, and then a counter clean or a bathroom cleaner and a dish soap. So it kind of just really depends on the person I'm doing it for. But then I just add this little, let me explain how I get it looking so nice and neat and pretty in here. So I keep all the packing paper from Scentsy that comes in our boxes. I recycle, I reuse, I take tissue paper and line the bottom of it so that you don't see the packing paper. Then I stick the packing paper down on the inside, and I either the cardboard or the styrofoam that's on the inside of the box, I put it on the inside so that the warmer sits in place and it's not moving all over the place. And then I put all the box info at the back. And since this one's already packed up, I took another one out in a little packet like this. So this has a catalog. It has some laundry samples in it because I want them to try our laundry stuff and know that we have it. And then it also has just some information, a personalized join brochure from me, our monthly specials. And one of my favorite things in here is one of those important number magnets. So I created these on Vistaprint, and I don't think people give these out anymore, but I remember them as a child and I think they're super helpful. But it's like, the important numbers that has family doctor, your dentist, your eye doctor, the bank, and then it has my face, the Scentsy lady, as their contact info so that I'm hopefully always on their fridge, and every time they open it, they see my beautiful face. It's that facial recognition and just a reminder that, hey, she's my Scentsy lady, hopefully. And then the extras that I put in here vary. Sometimes, most of the time, I do like a pot holder and a little dish towel. So you can kind of see those over there. And I get these at Walmart, or sometimes I buy in bulk, or I get them from the Dollar Tree. I try to keep my extras $10 and under, and that includes the basket. So these beautiful baskets, they're super cute. They come from Walmart. They're $6, $5.97, you guys. And they're so cute, super cute. I like to do baskets that they can reuse in their home, so multi-purpose. And then the warmer info. So that insert that goes in the warmer, I make sure that that goes back here. And to stay within compliance, we are supposed to give them the boxes. I used to flatten the box and then put it in the basket, but now I just give it to the realtor. Most people don't want the box. So, but I give it to the realtor that I'm gifting this to, and then they can do as they please with it. So, and then I just tie it with some twill, any type of ribbon, and then I add a little home sweet home or welcome tag that I print up on, I got this image off of Google and I print it on cardstock to a page. And then, so that's my basket. The bags that those are in, I get from Michael's. It's the Celebrate brand, and it's just the large cellophane bags. So I buy those. I need to really buy those in bulk. I need to find them in bulk. But that's my basket. And that's general, oh my goodness, I can't even talk. Generally, what my baskets look like, okay? And so Sometimes I'll put like cute little plants in it. You can get them at Walmart or the Dollar Tree, pretty inexpensive. But like I said, I try to keep the cost really no more than 15, but I really try to keep it under 10. And so let's kind of do the math here on this one meetup that I had. It cost me $38 for lunch. Okay. I got 14 baskets ordered that were totaling $1,200. So if I made a minimum of $300 on just that order, then I got all the free and half off items from it. And then I was able to have 2 of the host exclusive kits that I could gift to people. If y'all aren't doing that, you should. It's a great option. So the extras for all 14 baskets cost me about $168. And still came out on top by making $94. So was it worth it? Oh, 100%, because I got repeat customers from it, repeat builders, repeat realtors to buy from me. And a few of the people that actually got the baskets actually reached out to me, which is super, super amazing. And I had a surprise order from one of them that was $240, you guys. I about fell out. I thought it was a scam order because we've had so many. But I reached out and was like, hey, I noticed that you placed an order on my website. I don't think I've ever met you. How did you get my name? And she was like, oh, I got one of your realtor baskets from, she told me the realtor's name, which is Mayday. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, well, next time you want to order that big, let me know, because I could have saved you some money on it. But I sent her even more goodies because it was a big order. I just took I think I sent her a laundry bundle. I might have done a clean bundle, but I think I sent her a laundry bundle and some other freebies, because if you take care of them, they will come back. And so I was super excited. And then another one had contacted me and purchased, and that person actually ended up booking a party with me because they wanted so much stuff. They hadn't heard of Scentsy before, and she loved everything in the basket. And so it was super, super exciting. And if I never would have reached out to my realtor friends and stepped way out of my comfort zone, and really, y'all, I was shaking in there talking to those people, even though it was 2 minutes. I was shaking, but I did it and it paid off. And so I keep stock on hand, one, because I do a lot of big events, but also because my realtor baskets. And I wish that my realtors were very prepared and gave me 2 weeks notice and all of that, but they don't. And so how I build and make sure that I have enough stock on hand so that if I have some realtors and builders that contact me last minute, is the parties that I host on my own, the orders that I collect on my own through follow up, posting on social media, posting in my stories, all of those sales go as a party, because I'm always sharing the party link. And then I use all the free and half off stuff to get things that go in my basket. So those $30 to $35 warmers. And with the warmers, you want to keep them kind of basic. I usually will go with the alabaster, the classic gray, the classic black, just very basic warmers, unless the realtor or builder has given me some info on the homeowner. And we all like to think they know all the stuff about us when we're buying from them, but I'm going to tell you, most of them, they're so busy and have so many homes selling that they don't know much about. Or that's my experience with my friends that buy from me and the realtors that I've done business with, is that they're like, I don't know. So I try to keep them very plain. Because I never want to offend someone. I don't want to put even though I think that everyone would love the angel wings warmer, I don't want it to end up in somebody's hand that, doesn't. So that's why I try to keep them very basic and between that $30 and $35 range, so that I can put more of our products in there. Okay. So that's how I get all the stock for them so that I have them and they don't have to wait. Now, can you get orders or collect orders for them, place the order, and then do them up when they come in? You can. But like I said, just the people that I deal with, they're very last minute. I have one that will call me like 2 hours before closing. And every time I'm like, Steph, I'm going to choke you. So, but I have stuff on hand just for her for that. So, other ways that you can gain more people to know about these baskets. Simple way is this little flyer here. So the images that are on, and I can upload this, I can share it with Karen so she can share with you guys. And if you're on the monthly movement, I also posted all of my stuff in my video that I did over there back in April. But this is just a flyer that I have in one of those plastic sign holders. And it says, say welcome home with Cincy. Let me and Cincy make sure the new home has all the invited scents for the new homeowners to enjoy. And then it has my face and my info. And I reached out to my realtor friends and asked if I could put one of these up in their office. And most of them said, yeah, sure. We don't like, they didn't care. Bring me one, bring me some catalogs, business cards as well. So I have a couple of these throughout our town here and a couple towns over at different offices. And of course, if you don't know any realtor friends, that's where asking for your friends and family that do, or even your customers, somebody knows some realtors. And if you ask it on your social media, you're going to get a lot of people tagging. Or if you're in any like local spouse groups or community pages in your area, if you just go on there and say, hey, who's a realtor? I promise you, everybody and their mama that is one will comment, because it's a business for them, right? And so this is one of the ways to advertise. And I can actually share this template as well. I created it on Canva. So super easy to do. Advertise wherever you can. If you have community boards, if you have, like I said, those spouse pages or community pages, some restaurants like small mom and pops have those boards that you see business cards on all the time. Ask if you can put your flyer up there with a couple business cards, or you can even create those little pull tabs at the bottom where they can like pull off their name and number at the bottom of this. And really, you guys just use your contacts and social media. Social media is so huge. Okay. So let's see. I think what else? I think that's really about it. I mean, it's really just getting out there and asking and letting them know how you can serve them, how you can help them. I don't know very many that will turn you down, because they buy these gifts for people. And if you can take that step away from them, they're going to love you forever.
I love it. I love it so much. And you make it sound so simple. I mean, what I love, I think the most is the fact that because the market is so heavy right now, and just it's crazy. I mean, people are like, oh, I'll putting in offers, I'll go 100,000 over the highest bid, right? It's nuts right now. So I love the fact that you are offering a service. You
Mhm.
know, you are offering a service to make their life easier, right?
Mhm.
And I know so many realtors, it's not even funny. Like, but you're exactly right. Like, you know, even on our local pages, so I live on an island, so
Mhm.
we have these tourist pages. But anytime someone says, I have a question about home buying, or is there a realtor here? It is like there's like 150 people, like it's like a 3-minute attack, right?
Yep.
Um, and I never thought about the fact that that would be the perfect place to pull a ton of contact information from. So that was
Mhm.
really, really helpful. I took seriously 1, 2, 3. I took 4 pages of notes. I love it. Does anyone have any questions? I know there were a couple questions in the chat. One is, how do you choose what scents you put in? Do you have any rhyme or reason to that?
I really don't. I usually always do welcome home for the simple fact it says welcome home. And if I get any information from the realtor builder, which doesn't happen often, then I'll go off of that. But no, the other scent that I choose, I usually try to throw my blueberry cheesecake in there because that's my favorite. It's my top seller. But usually always welcome home, and then something that's in a different category. I do, however, try to stay away from strong florals and strong cinnamons, because typically those are the fragrances that people kind of are sensitive to. So I do try to stay away from those.
But you don't have a standard too, like
No.
you would just take whatever you have on hand or whatever, mix it up, that kind of thing. Um, I love the fact that you're exactly right with the can I bring in lunch, right? Like who is going to say no to that?
Yeah.
Um, I I think that is brilliant, brilliant. When you went in and did that, and I know you did pizza, salad, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And talked just 2 minutes. But did you actually bring that basket to show? Did you bring an example, or did you just bring a flyer?
I did. I brought the basket and several of these with me, and
Awesome.
business cards and stuff. But yes, I did bring an example of a basket.
I have a our realtor actually um I reached out to her, I don't know, last fall and said, "Hey, I can make your life easier in the middle of this chaos." And she started asking for closing baskets, but she did it one at a time and she wanted them all personalized, right? So and I would say, "So, do they have a dog?" She'd be like, "Oh, yeah, they have blah blah, whatever." Um but I felt that sometimes maybe they were a little too personalized and I was making assumptions. So I like the fact that if you create something that's a little more general, that it definitely, will appeal to everyone. You don't want to make an assumption on the warmer, that kind of thing. I think that's really, really smart. She actually joined and she like it clicked in her head and I was really excited and she's done really well. So that's awesome. A couple other questions I saw. Let's see. Scroll through. Okay, so what if you did? So Cindy wants to know, her realtors actually are saying they can only spend like $25. So what would you put in it if you had a real limited budget? Obviously,
Um,
it would be smaller. It'd be cute little.
yeah, so I would obviously I wouldn't do a warmer. I would probably go with the cleaning supplies. I'd probably do like a clean bundle, hand soap, um, counter cleaner, bathroom cleaner, and maybe some washcloths or something, that
Yeah.
sponges that you would clean the bath with. I would keep it very, I wouldn't do wax and warmers. I would showcase the other stuff.
And I love that. I mean, when you move into a new house, and we being military as well, like we've moved more times than I can count. You do need, first of all, you need the instant cleaning supplies, you need paper towels, you need washcloths, you need all that kind of thing, sponges. So I think that's a great gift as well. And if you put something like that in there, if you put the sponges or the washcloths or the paper towels, and I mean, a year ago you wouldn't have put toilet paper in because it was too hard to find, but you could actually make it look much larger and it could just be a getting started packet.
Mhm.
And I saw, okay, so the townhouse. So what did they leave for her? Did they leave anything?
So that was actually my realtor friend, and she's like, "I'm not giving her Cincy." So my daughter just closed on a house yesterday, you guys. So she actually gave her. I told her she had nothing. She literally is moving into this house with her bedroom set, and so she got her glass set, silverware, and like all the little
Basics, yeah.
odds and ends. Yeah, basic
Yeah, to get her going.
kitchen utensils. And so it was a nice little basket. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, you can just get her a gift card, but just
No,
keep it.
that's nice. So she had the stuff to get going. Um,
Mhm.
okay, so another question. So $25, do you use the same sense? Okay, those June wants to know those bags from Michaels, and I think I use those as well. Those are not the ones that you heat, that you blow dry
No,
or heat seal, right? They're just the
no.
regular ones. And
Mhm. Yeah,
Amy
they're
also posted, Amy is the Nashville Wraps queen, and she posted that she gets hers there in bulk and a code to save 5% off your first order. So
awesome. Yay. Yeah, they're
those are
just
the large, right? I use those. In fact, we just moved houses and I'm still a month later, I'm still unpacking. And we were going through some of my Scentsy stuff yesterday, and Lauren's like, "You have a lot of basket making supplies." Like she said to my husband, she goes, if she tells you she needs you to go to Michael's to get basket making stuff, you don't. So we have a ton of stuff. Barbara says she gets bags at the Dollar Tree.
Mhm.
Um, and so Amanda wanted to know, do you keep everything you include on hand? And you already answered that, right? So yes. So you keep a few of those things from the Dollar Tree too, or from Walmart, a couple extra baskets on hand? Yeah. Sometimes I think it's better to have that on hand for the last minute. even like, Mother's Day, Father's Day, going through the fall for birthdays, all that kind of thing. I think it's really great. Yeah,
All the
I love it. They're ready to go too. You've already got the tissue in them. I love it. And I was doing the math on, you talked about how much, you made on that, and then the free and the half price. So you made a profit even after you paid for your extras. But, just to put in perspective, because some of them might not have done the math on it, that was $180 in free product from that party, right? And if you broke it up into two parties, that was 8 half price items. Is that right? 8, 3, 4,
Yep.
yeah, 8 with the perpetual reward. That is a lot you can work with. And I experience that with fundraisers all the time, but that puts you guys, that gives you, so you can use that for these. You can use to have them on hand. You can use it for events that you're going to do. You can use it for host, gifts. You can use it for anything. So don't underestimate the it's so much more than just the commission. And I love that that you are getting repeat follow-up orders and all that kind of thing. I think that's amazing. It is a 2-for-1 deal for sure, because you're offering a service to them. They're purchasing the builders, the realtors, but then you're also getting the customer contacts, and that's a bonus, right? Okay, so Cindy has questions about Canva. So I love Canva, and I know a lot of us love Canva. If we have the template, then it's very easy to modify. Just make a copy of it, and then you can enter your information on it. Very easy to use. But Cindy, if you need help with that, we had a training on Canva last fall. It's on my YouTube channel, but I'll find it and I'll link it in our group page. So,
And
and then
also Canva, I find using it on the phone more difficult than on a computer.
I only use it on the computer for that exact reason. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Apple and Clean Sense, those are great choices as well. And I would assume in the fall you maybe would do more. Would you do more seasonal scents, or would you still leave it?
I still keep it with the favorites. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't really go wrong with the favorites.
that
And I
is
think
true.
that a lot of the falls are more of those cinnamon
Cinnamon. Yeah.
scents that I
Yeah.
try to stay away from, because again, over the years, cinnamon and florals have been this two types of scents where people are like, I get a headache or this or that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And they're more you love them or you don't, right?
Mhm.
There's, they're not quite as neutral and that kind of thing. If anyone else has another question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Otherwise, thank you so much. This was so, so good.
Well,
I
thank you
really
for
appreciated it.
such an honor.
Oh, stop it. That's
Such an
silly. That's silly. We'll give them one more minute to see if they have any questions, but Jason says super awesome information. Thank you so much. And yes, there were requests for the document.
Yes,
Um,
I will
and
send them.
and I can head over also to the monthly movement page and grab that stuff if you don't want to, if you shared that stuff all there. So yeah, thank you so much.
No,
Really
thank you.
helpful
Can I grab
ideas.
a picture with me off spotlight real
Yeah,
quick?
hold on. Yeah, I'll remove you. You don't want a picture with the spotlight?
No,
Hold on.
I want to see everybody. I didn't get a chance to see who was all on.
Let's see. Let me move my chat.
As Amy's like, let me fix my beautiful hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oh, she's got the look. I'm still trucking on my water over here.
Well,
too.
I drank water all day, but at 2:00 when I was doing that video, I almost busted a bottle of wine, but I had to drive my child somewhere. So I'm like, yeah, that would be, I was actually driving her to